Greetings, celestial legion of light, of the Jesus Christus, of Charlemagne, the freedom codes coming in fully, preparing us for this great solstice and powerful solar eclipse, Saturday and Sunday. The great alignment is at hand. So much coming into the field today. Yesterday we had another amazing crop circle manifest in Wiltshire again, which at the end of the transmissions today, we'll talk about some of the symbolism. We have the Celtic cross, the medicine wheel, and the central sun merging with the light body of all star blossoms on Gaia. We had a 23 hertz resonance in the Schumann charts today, connected with the 5D energy. So much energy coming in today. These waves are pulsing in, these cosmic waves, these cosmic rays, upgrading and encoding the DNA. This afternoon there was crystalline mist manifesting from the heavens. The sky was totally clear, clouds way in the distance. And as these light mist would hit my skin, it felt like crystals touching the body. Also today in meditation, I had to post this image in today's video of the great blue dragon connected to Venus. She came to me today in meditation. And as I connected with the goddess energy of the blue wave, the goddess sound came through my windows from my neighbor, from Divine Sister Sarah Brightman. I used to listen to her years ago as taking on the goddess energies that were flowing in. The song, Time to Say Goodbye, My Darling, with Andre Bocelli. And it is time to say goodbye to the past, to the false 3D matrix, to the suffering program, to the separation program. We're feeling this. The letting go, the releasing, the removal of any nefarious energy. Today, most of you witnessed that we had a very massive quake on the Ring of Fire just outside of South Pacific, the Southern Pacific, just outside of New Zealand, off the coast. There was a cluster of quakes, one right after another. I believe this was the second largest quake of the year. 7.4, which was connected to the 1111 portal. We had 173 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, 73 energy, synchronicity, connected to the 74. We had 37, 3.7 in Puerto Rico. Also, there was 3 bright meteor fireballs over Puerto Rico, synchronizing with these earthquakes today. They appeared 90 minutes within each other, starting at 4:40 a.m. UTC. We have the 4:4 there until 6:08 UTC, 6:08 a.m. Again today, the whole Ring of Fire lit up. We also had a powerful 4.3 in Greece, the Stargate there. Tonopah again today, 3.3. So we have the 33 at the 38 latitude, 117 longitude. So all day today, 117, 711, 77, 17, and 71 energies. And again today, where the Trinity and the Trident has been coming through from the Poseidon energy of the waters. But again, here we have a 4.4, the 4/4 code in Hindu Kush, Afghanistan, where the 3 sacred mountains, the Trinity, the Himalayan, the Kunlun, and the Tian Shan, creating it looks like a big eye, the eye of Horus, coming together, where they merge in the west, connected with the Pure Land, which is 36 latitude, 71 longitude, with the 71, 17. And we had this Trinity that was connected with the 7.4 earthquake, the mega quake, and it created a pyramid in the South Pacific right across the Tropic of Capricorn. So the 7.4 was 33 latitude, 177 longitude. So we have the 3, the 17, the 77, and 71 encoded with the 1111, and it was 10 kilometers depth. And north of the Tropic of Capricorn, which was also the base of this pyramid shape, a 5.1 at 20 degrees latitude, 174 longitude. And then the apex, which would be at the 33 code, was a 4.9, 13 energy at 26 latitude, 178 longitude. So we have the 17 encoded in there. And it was very deep, 616. So we have the 6 portal code. The 2 that formed the base were 10 kilometers. And it was like where the direction the pyramid pointed in, like an arrow, like the head of an arrow pointed right at this sacred portal that's been active for the last week, where the Trinity, sacred mountains come together, and it points right to the path of where this great solar eclipse on Sunday, which will be Father's Day, Papa Day, the Patrika, the path of where this perfect solar eclipse creating the ring of fire. So it's connected to the ring of fire around the Pacific with the Lemurian energies, the divine fire within the water with the Poseidon energies, and the ring of fire within your heart center, all sentient beings, connected to the ring of fire in the heavens above. So we have the 3, the Trinity, the ring of fire above, the ring of fire below, and the ring of fire within you. We connect these 3 together in the heart center. This also connected to 4.8 earthquake in Myanmar on the Indian border, which was 22 latitude, 94 longitude, and the 4.8 connected to the 12 divine feminine. We had another powerful quake just south of Panama in Central America, connected with the still center, another 4.8. So that creates the 1212 at 6 latitude, 82 longitude, 10 kilometers depth also. So that connects to the Trinity of the West, the Western Pure Land. So these synchronicities and codes are coming in all over this realm. Today we also had phenomenal clouds. We had some cloud ships, mountains, look like cities in the clouds. Powerful energy coming from the heavens today, connecting deep through our vessel into the crystalline core of Pachamama, the Great Mother. Aho. We'll start today's first transmission from the Creator writings, this monumental shift. Now that the changes to your earth plane are fully underway, how do you feel? Regardless of your level of participation, the universe would like you to know that you are sharing a great deal in this monumental shift in reality. It may be challenging, but you can rest secure in the knowledge that out of the infinite number of experiences, you chose to be here because you have the most to contribute. Keep shining brightly, dear one. You are loved and supported. Creator. From the creatorwritings.wordpress.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light Judith Consul, I smile when I see that some are predicting the end of the world. It is not the end of the world, but a brand new world, which is already present in the 5D and higher, for those who can tune into it and live it. The ascension is deep within us, ourselves, and not outside of ourselves. It is there in our deepest connection to our own soul and the divine and divinity within us. As we choose to step ever higher in consciousness and into a much higher way of life and living, so many of us were called to leave our old lives behind a few years ago and now are ready and able to lead the rest of humanity through this all. We found that in losing everything, we gain everything and more, in ways which others who still live in the 3D reality cannot understand nor see. Yet we know this in our hearts, our minds, our souls and being. So many now are being shaken awake and are starting to find their old lives not fitting them anymore. This is exactly how it should be, for the old 3D is busy disintegrating and being replaced with the 5D, The 5D is already present. It is not out there in the future. It is here and letting its presence felt more and more. When one fully embraces the 5D, there is balance and equilibrium within. One is not pulled in all directions anymore. One does not buy into the mass hysteria and the mass consciousness and whatever else is being churned up right now. One has risen above it all, the separation, the seeming divisions, the anger, the hatred, the fears, the hysteria, the rat race, and all which pertains of the 3D. This is not to say that when you are in the 5D, you will not at times be drawn back into the 3D, but you will very soon feel not at home there anymore, and will almost instantly choose to do the inner releasing work, to seek out where the triggers lie, which pulled you back in, and then release it and resume your 5D life and knowing. This is an intense time of growing for all of humanity. Yes, you will change and are changing. I am too. It is all part of the growth process, the ascension into a much higher evolutionary way of life and living. When you truly start taking responsibility for your own life, your own well-being, your own state of consciousness, you will not allow anyone or anything to pull you back into the 3D. Indeed, you will find that as you rise, other souls are rising with you, and these are your new soul companions, your new family and your new friends. These are souls who now are finding each other energetically, for they are on the same frequency band, and they tune into each other, and thus are in unity for the new rising, the new beginning, the way of life and living. Open your heart and soul, for the ascension goes through the open heart and through the power of love and unity. For in truth, we are all one. There is no separation. There never was and never will be. From JudithKusel.com and from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Daniel Scranton, the 9D Arcturion Consul, the new portals you have within you. Greetings. We are the Arcturion Consul. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have been scanning your bodies to discover how many of you have activated the newly available portals that you have within you. You can and often do reach into other dimensions, higher planes of existence, just by going within you and exploring what is available to you. And what is available to you has been expanding along with your consciousness. As you elevate your consciousness, you grant yourselves more access to what is and always has been inside you. We know that humans tend to get fascinated by technology. You get excited about places where you could go on your world to experience new things. But how many individuals are looking within themselves for what is available? Now, why is it that these portals are newly available to you if they've been there all along? That's a great question. Because of the work that you have been doing to help humanity heal during the tumultuous times that you've been going through, you have granted yourselves access to the portals that have always existed within you. Now, what could you possibly do with this information? How can you best utilize these portals? We are so happy you asked. Now is the time to be receiving the downloads, the new templates, the blueprints for the society that you all want to be living in, that you essentially want to co-create together. Now is the time to be focusing within. Perhaps you have meditated in the past to feel more connected, to relax, to quiet your mind. But now that you have access to so much more, it is a wonderful time to be going within for the sake of discovering these portals that will remain dormant for many. If you do not go within and stretch those muscles, if they are allowed to atrophy, they will. Now is not the time to be looking outside of yourselves for answers, for solutions, for politicians to save the day, and you certainly will not have ETs landing their ships right now to fix everything for you. But those of you who take the time to go within and access those newly available portals will be the ones who guide and lead humanity into the new earth, the fifth dimensional realm, a realm where there are no deadly viruses, there is not racism, and there is no violence. The fifth dimension is a realm where everyone gets to believe what they want to believe and create what they want to create, and no one else is bothered by those decisions. Now it is time to start bringing these fifth dimensional templates, blueprints, and ideas into the fourth dimensional consciousness that you are now existing in, and all you have to do is close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and see what you can feel when you go within yourselves. We are the Arcturion Consul, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. From DanielScranton.com and from Divine Sister of the Light, Maureen Moss. The next 3 days, for several days now, I've been working with Saint Germain and Lady Nada, counterpart to Lord Sananda, in preparation for SoulStice. It has been years since I have worked with Saint Germain in this way, and not in this lifetime have I worked with Lady Nada, though previously knew her well. She has chosen to stay in my field, to which I am very grateful. Both will be with us at our SoulStice gathering. Beloveds, we are in for very powerful energies over the next 3 days, and this cannot be taken lightly. Through the flame of resurrection, we are going into a completely new phase of our evolution, a phase of disengagement, a phase of not knowing, a phase of non-attachment, and a phase of conscious reprogramming that we are in charge of, not the portals nor the gateways, though they will do their part to take all that was linked to the disintegrating timeline apart. We would do well, for numerous reasons, to keep our frequencies high and harmonic with our high hearts and light, taking sanctuary in our divinity, and giving our energies only to what we are in alignment with, not against. There is a major choice point at hand, a major galactic convergence, and a super wave of advanced light codes, soul codes, and new earth codes from the portals, gateway, and great central sun for 3 days running. Take precious care of you, hold the light consciously, keep your frequency high, shine love on everything. Remember, your heart is not responsible for carrying burdens, only love. I love you, and I humbly bow to your courage and determination. From MaureenMoss.com and from Tibetan Buddhist Master Shamtrul Rinpoche, no matter how large the ocean is, wherever you taste it, it will taste of salt. Likewise, no matter how many Dharma teachings there are, whichever one you listen to, it will taste of freedom. And from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia went back to the fire setting and has bounced back and forth between water and fire, skipping multiple elements. This is the reason for mild headaches, disorientation, and mild stinging feeling happening to us at the moment, because this could easily be confused with ascension and upgrade symptoms as well, but the moral of the story is that it's normal. We're about to get upgrades from the head honcho, so to speak. No one has any idea what to expect when this manifests as the will of infinitely expanding Creator Source is above everyone's level of consciousness, but we do know that it's sure to be epic. Yes, your emotions may feel uncontrollable because of all of this, but believe me, they are not. After having a long talk with an angel who wishes to remain anonymous, it is clear that we are almost at the good stuff, but there are still some experiences to experience before that will happen. The new and full moons seem to be constantly escorted by Lakshmi and the white magic energy. This has been the Legion's strategy to avoid dark hijacks, and it is working very well. This was something initiated by celestial wisdom, as the high councils of the 13th dimension are starting to directly affect our reality and our available intelligence. We see many people advising to start the forgiveness process, and our legions will stand firm in this statement that the first step in forgiveness is stopping the offense. Then you can find peace with the situation after the hurting stops increasing. You cannot heal a wound while the knife is still lodged inside the gash. If you hear channelers calling for this, it's straight up deception. The pseudo-cyber attacks have become a back-and-forth battle and are far from being over. This is going to reveal a good deal about the common enemy of the people and what conflict in the technological era looks like. The timing that we were referring to about the big-time pedophile arrest is about to be upon us, and most of the justice happening during this period will not be forgotten, some of which is already starting to trickle in. This also includes the heavy repercussions PSE&G is about to get for starting the forest fires. To be noted, this is also an exact metaphysical sync with a powerful anomaly about to hit New Jersey, USA, and the cycling of my third life-death walk, which visions included these specific topics. Humanity must decide if labor is part of its tomorrow or not. Will people pursue goals with no currency attached? Will the thrill of progress overcome the lust of laziness? Humanity must decide, because no decision will produce less than optimal results. The spiritual war is being dominated by light. This is because no matter how hard it was or what laid ahead, the divinity within never quit. The light workers kept pushing until there wasn't an organism in existence that did not feel them. That is why the most sensitive, meaning intuitive, galactic beings have come to Earth to witness what is to be the birth of a truly glorious race of beings. We can see a flash of the physicality of the highest level of divinity if we accept the subliminal coding of the following number sequence. Simply gaze upon the following number with the intent to connect with its gifts. 222 555 4244 554. You can see these in the link in the description below, or write down those numbers and meditate upon them, that sequence. Do not allow ego to get involved with your abilities. Insecurity is wild at the moment, and the last thing you should be doing is doubting yourself. The time for practice is over. If you are here, you are ready. The tools for today's assignments will be in the link in the description below. And the assignments for today: are we warmed up yet? We will be seeing things become more and more complicated as time goes on. We are set to command all the omnipotent forces of our physical world. Keep up the great work. We will be destroying the bridge between the physical and non-physical and merging them one careful step at a time. The unlatching of the old grids is just about to be complete, and the next phase, removing the false projections, is about to begin. The fourth dimension has many false projectors which appear like old-time movie projectors. Once these false projections are destroyed, we will allow the general collective some time to adjust to it before we move on to the next phase of this project. This is a similar strategy to any satellite. Use sword and shield, and because it is not a sentient being, you can destroy them with zero consideration. Most, if not all, of the governments of the earth are about to get attacked by malevolent star beings looking to adopt more of a walk-in influence. Remember, we must stop this across the board, regardless of what we feel about the governments therein. It's besides the point that these malevolent beings could do far more damage than any human government. We must keep in line with the galactic laws that we have all agreed to follow. Protect all capital cities from the dark aura. Malevolent starships parked above every major city on Earth. The best route for these sorts of things is to go at them with a sword and shield once you identify a dark aura. Australia's major galactic portal is officially online. Many ships will be coming in through this method, and we must make sure that every last ship is checked for dark intentions via the aura. If it's a friendly ship, welcome them with open arms. If not, send it right back from which it came. This portal was not supposed to be opened. We are the only line of defense that it has, and no one is exactly sure what will be coming out of it. As a legion, we will make a decision whether or not to close this portal after comparing notes from the archangelicalendar.com and from the Zolkin Times. Kin 81, Red Electric Dragon. Electric is the name for the number 3, and its keywords are activate, service, and bond. The third day of a wave spell activates the energy and really gives things a boost. These days are great for getting things done, but are seldom relaxing. Using this electric energy to your advantage or beware of getting a shock. Today is Red Dragon, and its keywords are nurture, being, and birth. Some combinations of day and number are special, and today is a great match of energies. The Red Dragon is about birth. Dragons live in caves, and caves are the womb of Mother Earth. And so to activate birth means that today is perfect for giving birth to something new. And as we are now in the blue storm wave spell, and that brings big changes, this just adds up to spectacular opportunities. Whether you wish to launch a new business or project, or start a new life, or actually give birth to a baby, do it now. The timing is right. The guide for today is Red Serpent, which also represents renewal. The serpent can shed its old skin and emerge totally revitalized. A special magical gift it is. Allow Serpent to guide you today, and you too can shed your old self and become something different and fresh. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Electric Dragon, Kin 81, 18, June 2020, activating Nurturance. 18-6-2020 equal 18-6-22 equal 9-6-4 equal 19 equal 10 equal 1. We have the 18 and the 81 code, which is 99. 99 sky beings. 18 social upheaval, changes. 9 destiny, service, humanity, compassion, closure. 10 manifestation, power, authority. 1 new beginnings, leader. Kin 81 equal 9, double 9, destiny code, 99. We have the Alpha 1 and the Omega 9 codes, operative today, a day of closure and new beginnings, a day very strongly emphasizing service through nurturing others. Day 3 in the blue storm wave spell of purification, cleansing, transformation, and evolution. Today we are activating change through the power of nurturance and divine service to humanity. Tone of creation. Electric is tone number 3 in the tone of creation. It is the first of the 3 emotional realm tones. Its focus is on being of service to others through the action of bonding, that is coming together with others to co-create and be of service. Absolutely divinely perfect, harmonizing with the 9 codes for today. Electric energy provides the ignition or spark for your manifestation. It is a current that needs to keep moving and flowing, transmitting energy. It also adds power to anything you are creating today. An extra electrical boost to draw upon. The power of 3 is derived from 2 units merging and creating the third, more powerful entity. This action duplicates the essence of bonding and service that the electric tone provides. Today beckons you to become emotionally mature. Expand your focus from bonding with one to the joy of bonding with all. Together with your divine counterpart, offer your united energies to be of divine service to humanity. Today you should contemplate how you can activate your electrical power to send waves of pure charged energy to uplift and energize others through divine service. A very potent day for new beginnings and initiating change, as we have a double whammy duo with the Electric Dragon and Electric Serpent, joining forces to give our planetary grid system a huge electrical jumpstart, extra rocket power to boost your energy, vitality, passion, and divine mission. Reconnect with the power of your divine magic today to create miracles. Today's question is, how can I express greater nurturance and care for my community through bonding with others in divine service to humanity? In Lakekalakin, a Mayan saying which translates to, I am another of you. Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 81, Red Electric Dragon. The mantra, the code for today is, I activate in order to nurture. Bonding being, I seal the input of birth with the electric tone of service. I am guided by the power of life force. Now a few final words and then we'll transmit about this sacred crop circle. I'll put images here at the end of this video. We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. Let us know in the comments below, beloved beings of light, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below to get notifications on future updates. Also, it's been brought to my attention that YouTube has been unsubscribing people that are subscribed to my channel manually. I'm not sure how that's happening, but be sure to check. Make sure that you are subscribed. I know that's been happening frequently lately. And a couple people have posted asking me why I do these transmissions at the end of the day. I do my best to get these out before midnight, but I still work a full-time job, still have a business that most of the information I get for the day I don't receive till the afternoon. I have to wait till the end of the day to record this and edit and upload. So most nights I'm up till at least midnight, 1 in the morning, uploading these and updating the website and everything. So I do my best to get these out every day. And in the future, once I build enough following, I make a little bit from the monetization of YouTube, which right now is maybe around $400 a month. And I'm working on the Patreon. So once I get to a level there, if I get to, we'll say around 500 people on Patreon at, say, $5 a month, then I can actually demonetize YouTube, maybe put out some more controversial stuff, and I can put them out earlier in the day because it'll free up my time to be able to put more of my attention into these daily transmissions. Plus, I'm doing teachings, video lessons, and practices on Patreon, so that's also taking up part of my day, recording those and editing them, uploading them. Takes a lot of time for these, to do these recordings and videos and editing and all this stuff. I do enjoy creating this content and putting out this energy for all of you, so I'm not complaining. I'm just clarifying for those that are curious why every day I put them out at the end of the day. It's only 24 hours in a day. Aho. That's where we're all equal. We all have those many hours. 2, 4, into the 6, till we're free from the debt slavery system. We still have to generate income and pay our bills. 737 just came in on that note. 73 into the 37, heaven on earth. The Nasara codes, the Jasara, freeing humanity from the Babylonian debt slavery system. We are shifting from the concept of time is money to time is art. And until then, we plug away. Every day, I'm hustling. And as always, in the link in the description below, we have the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for their support on Patreon for all the pledges so far. I believe we're up to 43 patrons, which is the 7 code. Slowly but surely, we are making our way to fulfill our great mission. So if you'd like to support our mission and my work with primedisclosure.com, 444 just came in. You can make a pledge on patreon.com/primedisclosure. I recorded a new meditation today, which I will hopefully be uploading tomorrow. And we finished editing a physical practice of stimulating chi and joint mobility. It's a longevity practice and a healing art. I'll be uploading that by tomorrow sometime. So thank you everyone for your connection. Also those that have joined Patreon, my IT guy is working on the Discord channel, so we're figuring that out. I'm not a big tech person, so he's working on that, and I'll be sharing that link for all of you to be able, on Patreon, to be able to communicate with each other, and eventually when I do some lives, I'll be able to connect with all of you through there. But we got a lot going on. Everything's accelerating. Today, as I walked through nature on the way to my office, there was a beautiful turkey with about 7 little tiny babies as they crossed the road in front of me. Cute little buggers, tiny little guys. And then as I went through connected with Gaia through my nature hike. She brought me the turkeys and then the turkey vultures right after that, which we call buzzards here in Ohio. And then some damselflies. The damselflies are like dragonflies, but their wings flap more like a butterfly than a dragonfly. They have iridescent greens and blues, beautiful little creatures. And as I sat in the woods, as the solar codes were coming in, 777 just came through the field. The codes, as I was anchoring in, showed me the acceleration of the great changes that are happening on Pachamama. And I've been noticing these lately. Also, people of 1010 portals are opening. It's been brought to my attention. I've been experiencing this too, that there's moments in our day where we feel like it's almost like a deja vu, but almost as if you went back in time and the two timelines were layered on top of each other, like you were acting out. It's beyond deja vu. It's like you're acting out the dream of a dream you had in the past. It's a very strange new experience. It is kind of like walking between worlds or dreaming while awake, similar to this, but things are changing rapidly in our field. So let us know in the comments if you're having a similar experience. Now back to the crop circle, this beautiful crop circle that we formed in Wiltshire. 144 code within this. We have what looks like the Celtic cross in the four directions. And then we have the symbol of Hunabku, or the great central sun. 4 directions, 4 angels. So from Jonas Passos, their interpretation of the sign of the chosen. And from a Christian perspective, the interpretation of this magnificent symbol with a Templar cross in the center. The Templar cross is like the Tau cross, similar to what we call the Celtic cross. I know some people say Celtic, some say Celtic. It's all personal preference. Tomato, tomato. Mon ami. And the Templars have always associated with the Christian cause, and that leads us to the sign of Christ's return in the heavens. Also speaks of the election of the 144,000, because it is written that with the same sign they would be sealed by the great angel of the sun. Angel and angle at times are synonymous. The angels of the sun, the angle of the sun. And after this they will be gathered by the 4 angels in the 4 directions of the earth, which is also connected to the medicine wheel of our native brothers and sisters. Do you remember the exodus of Moses, when all the children of Israel, freed from Egypt, had their homes sealed with the blood of lamb to prevent the passage of the angel of death? This is the Tau, T-A-U, the cross, the letter 22 of the Taro, T-A-R-O, which adds up to 2 + 2 = 4. So what do we have on the crop circle? The sign of the cross, Christ, Templars in the center, 4 circles in the 4 cardinal directions, exactly as Matthew 24 announced, and there's the 2 and the 4. Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven, and all the peoples of the earth will cry and see the Son of Man arriving in the clouds of heaven with power and majestic glory. He will send his angels with a mighty trumpet sound, and these will gather their elected from the 4 winds, from one to the other end of the heavens. Matthew 24, 30-31. And then in Revelation 14, we have the account of those chosen. And I looked, and behold, was the Lamb upon Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, which in their foreheads had written the name of their Father. Revelation 14:1. And do you know the Father's name according to the ancient scriptures? IHVH, or Yod-He-Vav-He. Sometimes you see YHVH, or YHWH, where we get Yahweh from. Or the Tetragrammaton, the name of the cross. Or the cross in the form of a 4-letter sacred name. And look again at the crop circle. Find 144 there. Easy, easy, Essie. from the essence, from the Essenes, the essence of man, the essence of humanity, the pure, bright radiance of the true self, the true light, the I am presence that's here now, in this body, listening to these words, manifest now from sacred self. So through these great energies coming in over the next several days, through the SoulStice, sun stillness, on the Tropic of Cancer, the north, the divine masculine of the north, as he starts traveling to the south to merge with the divine feminine, the eagle flying with the condor. East and west came together in the middle. Now north and south join the great sacred fire at the center to sit and tell our stories around the great fire with all the star nations, the rainbow nations of earth, and all galactic consciousness here now for all eternity. Have a beautiful and blessed day, beloved beings of light. I love you all. Namaste.